Coinbase's x402 launches Agent.market, an app store for AI agents. Coinbase announced on April 21st that Agent.market, an app store for autonomous AI agents, is now live on top of its x402 payment protocol. Agents can browse the catalog, pay for a service in stablecoins, and get machine-readable access back in the same request. The launch was shared publicly by Cointelegraph and confirmed in Coinbase's own developer channels. It turns x402 from a payments spec into a real marketplace with listed services on day one. What Agent.market actually is: Agent.market is a directory of APIs, tools, and data feeds that quote a price and accept crypto payment directly over HTTP. Sellers publish an endpoint. Buyers, in this case AI agents, call it, get a 402 response with a price, pay in stablecoins, and receive the content on retry. No sign-up, no API key exchange, no invoicing. This is the behavior x402 was designed for. HTTP 402 payment required has been reserved in the web standard since 1999 and has sat unused for 26 years. Coinbase's framing is that the human-facing internet never needed it because humans pay through cards and checkout flows. Machines do not. Agents need a payment primitive built into the protocol itself. Why a marketplace was the missing piece x402 as a protocol launched earlier this year with Coinbase, Anthropic, and a handful of early partners. The spec was clean, but it sat alongside the same problem every payments rail has at day zero. No one was on it. Agent.market addresses that by giving AI agents a single place to discover price services. An agent that needs a price feed, a code snippet, a research report, or a rendered image can now query the catalog, read the quoted price, and pay. The services listed at launch span data APIs, inference endpoints, and tool use utilities. For developers, listing on Agent.market is the path to getting paid by autonomous software. For agents, it is the path to getting unstuck when a task needs a capability the base model does not have. The stablecoin rail underneath x402 runs on public blockchains and uses stablecoins as the settlement layer. The practical choice has been USDC on Base, Coinbase's L2, because block space is cheap and settlement is fast enough for machine-to-machine timing. That is meaningful because it picks a lane. X402 is not an abstract payment standard. It is a stablecoin spending rail aimed at agents. If Agent.market picks up, more listings will force a parallel question for other chains. Do they matter for agent commerce, or does this entrench Base and USDC as the default? Bitcoin sits at 75,926 as of April 21, 2026, up 2.3% on the day, and ETH at 23.8 TR. Neither are the settlement asset here. The rail is stablecoins, and the chain is an L2 optimized for small, frequent transfers. What Coinbase gets out of it? The commercial logic is straightforward. Coinbase wants to own the payments layer for AI agents the way Stripe owns it for web checkout. Owning the rail means fees on every machine transaction, plus deep distribution for Base and USDC. It also protects Coinbase's broader agent strategy. The company has been shipping AI tooling internally, including internal agents modeled on former employees. Agent.market is the public side of that thesis. If agents are going to buy things, Coinbase wants them buying through its own storefront. What to watch? 3 things will determine whether Agent.market becomes infrastructure or a demo. First, listings. A marketplace needs real sellers with real services. If the initial catalog stays thin past the first month, agents will keep using API keys and subscriptions. Second, payments volume. X402 transactions are public on-chain. If the number of paid agent calls grows week over week, the protocol is working. If it flatlines, the rail is a toll booth nobody drives through. Third, competition. Other agent platforms will either list on Agent.market, build their own, or fork x402 onto a different chain. Coinbase's advantage is being first and owning the reference implementation. That advantage erodes the moment a second credible catalog appears.